Whoever is telling you that if a crime had been committed several years back, and if you get to know now, if you report to the police, that justice will not be served. Who is telling you that? That is a conspiracy theory that will continue to take Nigeria backwards, that will make us to understand and to believe that there is no justice system in this country. Hence, we should engage in jungle justice, trial by ordeal. It is time for us to understand one thing, that for our internal security, we cannot do without the police. And if the police are not effective enough, check within ourselves. There are so many institutions that should make the police work better. They are not helping matters. Citizens are indulging, encouraging, and brainwashing the police to actually commit acts of evil and wickedness for their own personal sentiments and aggrandizement. That is why we're getting backward as a nation. That is why our internal security is not working well. Don't believe those that says that. Anybody that tells you, oh, there was no evidence, and then for you to have evidence, you need to allow the crime to happen again. They are either sick, uncivilized, delusional, demonic, wicked, or unnecessarily social misfit. Trust the police. Tell the police. Stop embarrassing the Nigerian police. Believe that they will do and they will see what they can make out of that situation or out of that report that you're making. That is a society. That is how I want my children to see the country I give birth to them in. If we continue to find excuses for jungle justice, for trial by ordeal, in the next 10 years, Nigeria will become one of the worst countries to live in. Nobody will want to come and travel to Nigeria. Nobody will want to visit as a tourist. That is why Gabonese, Gambians, Zimbabweans, South Africans, they are not making friends with us. Even the ones that we actually assume went to the four walls of schools, have degrees. The way they reason the way of jungle justice, sentiment, and not rule of law. And there is no way we can actually enjoy equality, justice, fairness, if we keep going by the way of sentiment and not the rule of law, the law that combines all of us. Except we all believe that that law is not effective. So dear, you need to understand that if you do anything outside telling the police so that they can investigate and get you justice, if you do anything outside them, trust me, the prerequisite for that action is already flawed and errored in law. It does not have propensity in law. And if you want the justice system, the law enforcement, to actually prosecute that person, when we cannot verify your real motive, it might end up become a malicious persecution. Even if you are smart enough to gather evidences that will look so real. But the fact remains that when we go through the process, we will know you have an ulterior motive. So the best thing you can do is allow the police to do their job, and you'll get your justice if you are honest with your agitation. I don't need to actually say this over and over again because I want my country to move forward. We are beginning to get isolated as a country. The population is well good, the resources are there, but we are not growing. The absence of truth is why Nigeria is still lagging behind. We are not raised to stand by the truth. We are also not raising children to speak and stand by the truth. We are raising children to see half-baked information and believe it is the truth, 100% truth. How can that country prosper? If we keep sending people to prisons, seize their freedom, cage them, turn them to slaves of the nation in our prisons with half-baked information, partial justice, then we cannot be free outside. Those in prison are even safe. We outside are running from kidnappers, X-Men, all sort of vices, because what we are using our system, our structures to do, are becoming like a kinetic energy. It's now roaming around to actually take vengeance and come out on all of us. We are in this together. Don't believe anybody that tells you that that is the right way to get justice. It is time for us to look for how to make our police start working better. It is time to start agitating for state police. It is time for us to start agitating for national emergency number. It is time for us to start making the police believable, trustworthy by our children. It is time for us to start engaging our children to always speak up when they are hurt, when they are being assaulted, such that they will trust the police. That is what we should be engaging now.